Modern man soak, modern love, modern lies, cutting through the illusions.
No woman is single in her 30s for any reason other than she values and loves herself, because she could easily not be single if she were willing to settle. Framing being single as that's because I value myself. That's because I
100%.
love myself. I could go out there and just find somebody. Like, there's a lot of people out there to choose from, and many people do choose to settle.
It's very easy to find someone. Like, if you have no standards and you are happy with anything and you will put up with anything. With heterosexual relationships, men are not the competition for each other when they are dating a woman. They're competing against a woman's solitude.
So almost the more comfortable you get with your solitude, the more of a high quality partner you'll get. Because you won't be settling in that way.
Exactly.
This TikTok queen insists women in their 30s are single because of having high standards and refusing to settle. That is cute, baby girl. Super cute. While she's giving this so-called queen energy, biology and data are screaming that your options are evaporating. Today I am going to crush her fairy tale with numbers and data she can't afford to ignore. But hey, we all know how these types are. They refuse to see the truth and settle for delusions, which is a great segue into the high standards delusion. Many upon many modern women have this high standards delusion. The podcast host claims, in a nutshell, it's not age that is preventing her from finding the right guy, it's standards. He's super duper wrong. Her standards are a cope for declining, also known as you getting old. A study done by OKCupid shows that most men on the app message women who are between 20 to 24 years old, regardless of their own age. This means simply that men prefer younger women, and that younger women look better overall to most men. But here is something else OKCupid found that I laughed about. The women who were 30+ years old received 65% less messages than those in their 20s. Is that a coincidence, or does the wall exist? You tell me. When we look at data from Pew Research, we find that 60% of men want kids. When it comes to who they want kids with, common sense tells us that it is younger women. And to back up the claim, the CDC warns that at 35 years old, a woman's baby odds crash by half. Younger women can bear children while old women find issues, which is why men biologically find women in their 20s more attractive. In 4 women aged between 30 and 34 who have hit the wall, per the U.S. Census, are single. This means that those leftover women are all fighting over the same shrinking group of commitment-ready men, and year after year the pool gets smaller. Tough cookies. The hosts go on to say, "Oh, it's okay to have high standards?" 22-year-old. Women are allowed to have high standards because they have hundreds of viable suitors. You wall babies have dozens of suitors, and they're all eyeing your 24-year-old intern. The standards they speak of are rebranded desperation. She sneers. Age doesn't matter. Lie. Age is a biological sledgehammer to her dating prospects. She does not know that 8% of men prioritize youth/fertility. Journal of Sex Research. At the old age of 30, she's competing with women 5 to 10 years younger for the same men. They do not understand that the wall is real. Post-30. Her chance of marrying a man her age drops 40%, Harvard study. Understand that men upgrade and women age out. At age 35, women have a 15% chance of conceiving naturally per cycle, CDC. By 40 years old, 5% chance until her eggs are relics. They both think standards protect? Well, ladies, biology doesn't negotiate. Your eggs are expiring while you swipe the 6-6, six-figure CEOs. Men see expiration dates, not potential. She whines, "I won't settle." Honey, settling is just adulthood. When you look at marriages, women 30 years or older have a 45% higher divorce rate than women in their 20s per the CDC. Want to know why? Unrealistic expectations. Pew fertility panic. Toxic unions. It's a fact that women who, quote, settled, unquote, in their 20s report a 68% high marital satisfaction rate, University of Chicago. Those who waited, a laughable 30%. Women who compromise on looks status for stability, 2 times more likely to marry, IFS. Settling isn't failure, baby
Modern
girl.
man soap.
It's evolution.
Modern love.
While she's
Modern
holding out for a
lies.
soulmate,
Cutting through
her
the
25-year-old. Self-married, a decent guy who now funds her lifestyle. You're not empowered, you're left behind. She ends with, I'd rather be single than settle. Good. Because at 35, your options are cat's wine and regret. Meanwhile, the men you rejected? Married 28-year-olds. Here is the final blow. 70% of college-educated men marry women under 30. Pew. 50% of women 35 plus use IVF, per the CDC. The cost for that? $15K, $30K per cycle. Here's the ultimate irony, though. 68% of women who refuse to settle at 30 are alone at 40, per longitudinal study of marriage. Those high standards? A death sentence for your genetic legacy. Age isn't just a number, it's a countdown to irrelevance. They can chant queen energy and standards all day long, but biology doesn't care. The Walloway swins. Period.